What's going on, guys? On our double team, we're here with a Bujin Shaddoll deck profile for the post new challengers format, and here we go.
Alright, it's kind of like well, you don't really see this deck much. It's like a kind of like an unorthodox version. Um, I I think that the Bujin, out of all the Shaddoll builds, I think this build is like more controlling and explosive because like when you get the Bujins going, um, they have no bad matchups after you get the engine going, and the Shaddoll just make them more powerful than they really are. And your cards are really so powerful individually that when you get cards like Road to Kree on the field, and it's just your monsters versus their monsters, your monsters usually win because you got cards like Winda, you got cards like Shishunaga, Construct, Susanoo, Castell. You got like strong cards, powerful cards, and then you got it is like the deck is really good. So let's get into it. Where you want it? Right here? Alright. So, only two Yamato. At first I had three when I first started playing deck, but I realized that after the first couple of turns, the second Yamato gets dead because you can get your relics into your graveyard without him by using fusion. So I just cut him down to two. And you still run three tanky, so technically you still running five Yamatos. So yeah, only one Mikazuchi. You only need one just to get the Carnation. One Harume. I never thought about bumping up to two. One's perfect. It just makes the deck more explosive. Two Crane. Not three, like I said. Crane can get dead also. And you really don't need more than two. The two Hair. Two Turtle. And the one Honest. And that's the Bujin engine. I mean, for the most part, it's standard. Except like you're missing like another Yamato, maybe another Crane. For Shaddolls, two Dragon. I thought about putting the three, just because I use it so much. But anything, I'll put Beast into three before I put just a three, just because Beast is a better draw. Because you can tribute off your fusions in case you're playing Shaddolls, so you won't have an extra deck monster lay on the field. Two Beasts, broken. Only one Hedgehog because you literally can't do anything after you flip this card. Mostly I like when my opponent attacks it, so I can get his effect and it goes to the graveyard. But when you flip it, you won't be able to do anything with it. You can't overlay, you can't synchro. So I mean, just one, and then one Falco because you only play. You don't play many synchros in the deck. I mean, the extra deck. So it just makes Goyle Guardian, which is like really good. A new addition to the deck, two Maxis. I put these in just because now it's the Earth. Shinaga's out, and I didn't want a Mathematician because it would take a purpose away of running Yamato, and I don't run enough Shaddolls that I need to send Shaddolls with Mathematician. I need them in the deck at all times. So I need another Earth card that I could use just in case I wanted to go on Shinaga or whatever his name is. So I use Maxi because Maxi is actually really good against any deck, really. Queen Forks, Shaddoll, Satel Knights, Burn Abyss. It's good against everything, and it's versatile. So either if it's in my hand, I can use it, or I can just send it with Shaddoll Fusion and make the new guy. I forgot his name. I can't say his name. Two Chaos Sorcerer and one BLS. A lot of people gonna say that it's over excessive for a Bujin deck, but if you think about it, you get lights in the graveyard rapidly, like really fast. Lights and darks, like really fast. So these are never dead. Like after like the first two turns, these are always live, and like they just put more pressure on your opponent because they're just special summon. You just throw them out there. They have to use a resource to get rid of it, or you're just gonna start banishing their monsters. And I believe BLS is like the most powerful card in the game still, just because it's just so powerful. It just gets rid of everything. For spells, three tanky, standard. Even though it gets dead after like a couple turns, but no, some people do play MST, so It's not really that dead. 2 duality. Not 3, because I was duality into duality. I just want to space them out. It's it kind of conflicts sometimes when you want it, when you need a fusion, but that's why you play 2, because you need to see your models first turn. 3 Shaddoll fusion. One of the best cards in the deck. Also 3 boost carnation. These 2 are the best counter cards in the game. You can literally make your field back with just these cards if you have these cards in your hand. They're just really powerful. Like, they're really powerful cards. The reason why I want to make the deck, because when you have these in your hand, you can recreate a board and wipe somebody else's board with just these 2 cards, and it's just and get advantage off of it. So it's really good. 1 sack charge, 2 Kaiser. I'm thinking about putting this to 3, just because this is your only hope. For real, honestly, this is your only hope against Quillforts. This is your only hope. I mean, they still can beat you, but this is you have a chance. You draw Kaiser Coliseum, but if you don't draw Kaiser and they draw like a decent or a good, they're gonna beat you. And that's the only deck I'm really scared of this format. This beats Burn Abyss. It just says helmet. This is a helmet card. People say Bujin is a helmet deck. This is not. Bujins aren't a helmet deck. It's just Kaiser Coliseum is a helmet card. 1 Fool's Burial. It's like a rotor for this deck. And then 1 Soul Poly. It's just really strong, and it's really fun to use. It's kind of like situational. I might take it outside it, because like you had to discard, and I forgot you to discard, so I forget that sometimes. And it's like, it's really situational, but it's good when you get it off against certain decks like Shaddoll Knights and Burn Abyss and Shaddolls and stuff like that. And I think some of the Quillfort monsters are darks and stuff too, so that might work. 3 Royal Decrees. If you get this on a board, you usually win that game. If you just keep it on board for like a couple turns, you usually win that game. Because I mean, your monsters, like I said, your monsters are so powerful that like you just get a couple turns and you get to abuse them and like use them, actually get them off, and you'll be good. 2 Breakthrough Skill. I was gonna play 3, but I chose to play 1 Solemn over it. That's all you need to trap lineup. You don't really need that many traps. You draw one of these and some monsters, you might be good, because you just need to stop one of their pushes. And Breakthrough just comes in handy in the graveyard, so that's why I play 2 of that. But I mean, I wouldn't play 3 because it's already at 44 cards, so I don't really have space to play anything else. For extra deck, play 1 Goyo. When you get this card off, it's just Goyo. It can take their Pendulum monsters. I mean, taking their seed monsters is not really that good, but nevertheless, it's better than letting it go to the graveyard. So, 1 Kagasuchi. This card is good when you mill Shaddolls, but I mean, I don't really go into it much because everything banishes now, so it's like it's not as good as it used to be. 2 Susano Oil. Still one of your main cards you go into. 1 Cowboy, 1 Black Ship, double Castell. It was either this or Exciton Knight. Exciton Knight is good, but I didn't want to put it in here just based off of because it's good because it's only good against the Quillforts because you get to wipe their Pendulum Zones also. But if anything, I would side Exciton. I never side an extra deck card, but I would side Exciton against Quillforts because it's not good against Burn Abyss. It's good against Shaddoll Knights, but not a lot of people play that deck anymore. It's not good against Shaddolls, and it's just like Burn Abyss is like one of the most popular decks. I'm tired of seeing it, and this just is better than destroying their field and everybody get their effects off. So, I just played this over this Exciton Knight. 1 number 80, 1 Tiger King. You don't go into him. He's actually would he be good? He's okay. You get him all against Burn Abyss. 1 and 1/1/1. That rounds up the Exceeds, and then you play 1 Winda, 1 Shinaga. This card is really, really good. Late game, you can put him in defense mode. It's like one of your traps. When they soul charge or when they go exceed, you just negate their card and you discard your Shaddoll monster and get the plus. It's like really situational for this deck, which I only play one. You mainly go into construct, like more than less, but it's just there. It's really powerful when you get this card off. This card is really powerful. But yeah, that's a deck profile. We're gonna get like probably a deck profile up like every 4 or 5 days or something like that. I mean, it'll be more consistent, but we're just trying to get everything to sync right now. So you haven't really been seeing many deck profiles. So
Yep, it's on our double team and our life subscribe.